Hey you guys, what's going on? It's Teenage Knight, and for the second week in a row, I am doing the picks video by myself. Weave can still not make it because he has a job in the morning to get to, and Cole just refuses to wake up an hour early to record this with me. Plus, he doesn't have a good microphone, so it wouldn't sound good anyway. But last week, I went 10-5, Weave went 9-6, and Cole went 12-3. So the new guy takes the lead in week one. Not too happy about that, but I guess I'll just focus and get my lead back this week. That's the goal. Anyway, first game, Saints at the Giants. I'm going with the Giants. Cole is going with the Giants, but the Weave is going with the Saints. And I really can't. This is the reason that I wish there were other people here so I could discuss these games, because really the only reason I went with the Giants is because the Saints looked bad last week. Their defense looked atrocious. The Giants have Odell Beckham, Sterling Shepard, Eli Manning. I think, like last year, how they went for, I think Drew Brees threw 6 touchdowns and Manning threw 7 or something like that. I think that happens again, but I think the Giants win. Then the next game is the Cowboys at the Redskins. Me and the Weave both go with Dallas, and Cole surprisingly goes with the Redskins. I may have to text him and figure out why he's going with Washington on that. I think this was one of the harder games to pick this week, just because we really don't know what to expect out of Dak, and we really don't know what to expect out of Washington either. But then we move on to Dolphins at the Patriots, and the Patriots surprised a lot of people last week, including me, Weave, and Cole, because we all chose the Cardinals to win last week, and Garoppolo went out there and got the victory. And this week, all three of us going with the Patriots again. Actually, not again. We didn't all three go with the Patriots. This week, we're all going with the Patriots. I'm tired. Anyway, next game, Bengals at the Steelers. Me and Cole are going with the Steelers, and Weave is going with the Bengals. I think this was one of the other tougher games to pick this week, just because I think the Bengals looked really good last week. The Steelers looked really good last week. And the Steelers are only going to get better. Remember, right now, they do not have their star running back, who is arguably the best running back in the league. He's definitely top 5. And once he comes back, that offense is going to be nearly unstoppable. And then we move on to San Francisco at Carolina. All three of us are going with the Panthers. San Francisco, I don't care, you won 28-0 over LA. That didn't show me enough that you're going to beat the Panthers. So then the next game is Baltimore at Cleveland. All three of us go with the Ravens. I don't think any of us trust Cleveland at this point. I didn't have much faith in them to begin with. I'm recording this super late, sorry. But then RG3 went down, and I lost even more faith because I don't even know who their starting quarterback is going to be. I think it's McCown now, right? I have no idea. Anyway, all three of us going with the Ravens. Then the next game is Titans at the Lions. All three of us go with the Lions, which I'm surprised Cole did not go with the Titans, honestly, because Cole, you know you're my best friend, but you tend to favor Oklahoma players, and we'll get to that here in a minute. But anyway, you tend to favor Oklahoma players, so I figured you would favor DeMarco Murray here and pick the Titans, but he actually went with Lions. Then the next game is the Chiefs at the Texans. I was the only one to pick the home team. I think the Texans have a really good defense and home field advantage, and I think that gets them the win. And they also don't have Brian Hoyer starting at quarterback anymore, so it's not going to be a repeat of the playoffs last year. But Weave and Cole both go with the Chiefs. Then the next game, the Seattle Seahawks against the LA Rams. Dear God, the Rams looked awful last week. They traded their future for their future quarterback. Their quarterback's apparently not ready to play, and they're about to give... Who did they trade with? They traded with the Titans, right? I think they're going to give the Titans a top 5 pick because they looked god-awful last week. They got shut out by the Niners. I mean, I picked the Rams. I thought they'd show something. You have Todd Gurley, and he played... I don't know if he played bad or the O-line was bad, but either way, his stats look like absolute garbage, and the Rams obviously got blown out. Anyway, all three of us go with the Seahawks. I actually forgot to say that, so I'm adding this in as I'm editing it. But yeah, all three of us went with the Seahawks. Buccaneers at the Cardinals. All three of us go with Arizona. Obviously, last week, all three of us went with Arizona, and that did not work out well. Let's hope Arizona plays better this week. And then the next game is the Jacksonville Jaguars at the San Diego Chargers, and all three of us went with Jaguars, which shows you how much, I guess, better the Jaguars are getting. Just because I think 2 years ago, no one would have picked the Jags in any of the games. But all three of us go with Jaguars this week. And then the next game is the Falcons at the Raiders. And this is another situation of a team that is showing progress. Because 2 or 3 years ago, none of us would have picked the Raiders. And this week, all three of us picked the Raiders to win this game. Now we move on to the Colts at the Broncos, and I was the only one to choose Denver. I guess we and Cole both forgot that Denver has the league's best defense, and the Colts have a horrible O-line. But anyway, and the Broncos also have home field advantage. But anyway, I choose Denver. Weave and Cole go with the Colts. That's their issue. I'm going to look really stupid if the Colts win this game now. I just realized that. But moving on to the Sunday Night Football game, the Green Bay Packers at the Minnesota Vikings, which everyone is expecting Sam Bradford to start this week. That doesn't matter to me. I think whether it's Shaun Hill or Sam Bradford, I think the Packers walk out of here with a victory. Weave feels the same way. So both of us choose Packers. But Cole, this is why I say you favor Oklahoma players. Because you're picking the Vikings in this game. Now, obviously, you're going to have your defense. But anyway, if Cole wins this, great. If he doesn't, I get one step closer to the lead. So I don't really care. And then the Monday Night Football game, the Eagles at the Bears, which I don't even know if I'll be able to watch because I'm working. But anyway, all three of us chose Eagles. Obviously, you guys know I'm not going to pick against Eagles. I think the one time I picked against Philly last year, we were playing the Patriots and we won. So I don't know if I should ever pick against Philly again. Or maybe I should. Maybe it's good luck. Anyway, that's the picks for this week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I will try to get one of them in here one week, but I have a really bad feeling I'm going to be the only one recording these all season.